Hi, today we're going to do a 5x7 reverse applique paw print bag. These are the supplies that we'll need to get started. I have a hoop with tearaway in it, a rotary cutter, a 3" by 3 3/4 piece for my strap with a D-ring, my applique fabric, just a random size, the back of the bag. Since I'm working in a 5x7 hoop, I usually cut my pieces 1" larger. So this piece is going to be cut at 6x8. That's my back piece. I have a zipper. You just want the zipper long enough, at least 8" or longer. The top piece of the bag is 2" by 8. The bottom front is 5x8, and then we're going to line this bag. So I have the back lining piece. This one's 6x8, 5x8 here, and it's ironed over about 1/4 inch, and the top is 2x8, ironed over. So let's get started. I have the design already loaded up in the machine, and it's a cute little bag that says love with a paw print. So I'm gonna get everything ready and we'll go step by step with this. I'm gonna put my hoop in the machine and run step 1. So I ran step 1. It is a placement step for the bag and where you want to put your zipper. So grab your zipper and you want to line up the zipper, the teeth, the center of the teeth on the center line. So I'm going to line that up on the center line, and I'm going to tape it to secure it, and then we're going to run step 2. You can use either 3 or 5 number zippers. Either one will work for my designs. Sorry about the shadow there. It's nighttime. I don't have a great lighting, but it's quiet tonight, so I thought I would do this. So I ran that step and it secured the zipper on now. There's a little bit of tape I need to grab off. So now what you want to do is grab your top piece of vinyl or fabric that you're going to use and just place it on top of the zipper, butt it up. I've just got the one hand, so I'm sorry. Trying to get it all organized here for you. Anyways, you just want to take your top piece and butt it up to the zipper and run your next step, which is just a straight line. So if you're using fabric, you can do the fold over method. Go ahead and place it in your machine and run the next step. There was the step. Now go ahead and run the next step, which is going to just secure this top part down to the stabilizer. So I ran that last step and it just secured that top piece onto the stabilizer. Now the next 2 steps are the exact same, just for the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and do those 2 steps now. There was step 5. Now we're going to do 6, which is going to secure the bottom piece down on the stabilizer. There it is, all nice and secure. Now nothing's going to move around anymore. So step 7 on the machine is a paw print. So let's go ahead and do that. So here's a little paw print. Now what we're going to do is, you can take a seam ripper and slice a hole in here, and then you just want to cut right on the inside of this line here on each of these. I'm going to do that now, and I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Okay, so we cut out the insides of our paw print. Turn your hoop over and take your applique fabric. It's about a 3x3 piece, pretty side down, and secure it to your hoop, and then go ahead and place that back in your machine and run the next step. So there you have it. It's stitched that on there. Now what we're going to do is turn it back over and then just trim around the edge of that and put it back in your machine and run the next step, which is going to be the rest of the word love. And we'll come back after that's finished. I just wanted to show you how much I just trimmed around it. Just because we're stitching some lettering around it, we just don't want the extra bulk to hit that. So go ahead and run the next step. Look at it go. I just got my machine back from the doctor's today, so it looks like everything's going well. So far, so good. And there is the design all stitched out. Now we're going to do a placement step right here for the little tab. So I'm going to put that back in the machine and run that step. So I run the placement step. You can barely see it, but it's there. I have my tab ready, and I'm just going to line it up to right about there. I'm going to just tape it and run it again, and it'll secure it. There it is, all nice and secured. Just remember, when you do your tab, the raw edges need to be on the outside of the bag. So the next step is to do lining. If you're going to line this bag, go ahead and get ready to do that now. Turn your hoop to the back side. All lining is on the back. So what I like to do at this point is not quite ready there. I like to open my zipper and then cut away the stabilizer behind. So I like to know where I'm lining up my lining, not just on the line. So let me do that real quick and I'll show you what that looks like. You do not have to do that, but it's just a preference for me. Okay, so that's what I like to do, just so I can see that center of my zipper better. Anyways, here's my top lining. I ironed it over about 1/4 inch, and you want to just place that along that line. So when you stitch it, I'm going to secure that, but when you stitch it, it'll just secure all this lining on, and it'll be all nice and pretty. So not right at the zipper line, just right above it. It's kind of hard to see. Can't get a good angle on it. Well, there it is. I taped it down. I'm going to put it back in the machine, and it's going to stitch that down. See how that stitched it all nice? We're going to do the same thing now for the bottom. So you take your lining, your iron side, face down, and just line it up to not the middle of the zipper line, but just right below it. See, there's just a little bit below it. And secure it and put it in your machine, and it's gonna go ahead and do the whole thing to secure it down. So there it is, all stitched around, the lining's on. So there's the front of the bag. Now what you want to do is you want to open your zipper, and I can't do it one-handed, so I'll show you that when I'm all finished. Anyways, now you want to just take your backing fabric and lie it face down on top of your design, making sure that the whole bag is covered. And then you want to run that next step. I'm going to do that in just a second after I unzip my zipper. Don't forget to do that. I've done that. It's not fun. Okay, here's what that looks like. That stitched all the way around. Now take your hoop and turn it over and place your lining fabric face down. Secure it with tape and run that last step. We're almost finished. Okay, so that's what this looks like. We have an opening right there, and go ahead and remove from your hoop, remove the stabilizer, and then we'll cut around the project, leaving some space here. And do not cut your zippers off. Leave about 1 inch on each side for the zippers. So this is what it looks like after it's cut out. See how I left about 1 inch on each side for the zippers? You should probably do that because when you're twisting and tugging and pulling, trying to turn, it can sometimes rip the zippers out. I know I say that in my videos and in my directions and stuff, but it's true. So just leave a little bit of overhang in those, and then you're gonna turn through your bag inside, and I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. So it's turned through the lining. Now what you want to do is just seal up these seams. So I like to use a piece of Stitch Witchery and just melt my stuff, but you can take it to the machine and sew it there if you'd like, or use heat and bond or some kind of glue, whatever you'd like to do. Now that we're all sealed up at the bottom, just go ahead and turn through the zipper now. Okay, so it's turned. Isn't that cute? I have to hand it to this vinyl. I didn't think it would hold up, honestly, because I've had vinyl like this or canvas that couldn't hold these stitches. I tugged and pulled on them, and it's holding up well. No cracks or anything. Anyway, so there's your bag, all lined and cute, and reverse applique is a fun little technique. And Sweet Tea Stitches is where I picked up this vinyl. It's black glittery sparkly stuff. It's smooth, so there's no texture to it, and the yellow was hers too. That's her soft leather look. And all done. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't the greatest tonight, but I hope it helped at least with the technique.